Last class we have dealt with the topic analog modulation and pulse modulation. Okay, here we are going to deal with the digital modulation methods. Okay, in digital modulation, an analog carrier signal is modulated by a discrete signal. That is, while in the analog modulation, what happens? An analog carrier signal is modulated by an analog signal. Here it is modulated by a discrete signal. Discrete signal is nothing but which consists of binary digits. Okay. The digital modulation methods can be considered as digital to analog conversion, and the corresponding demodulation or detection is considered as analog to digital conversion. Okay. According to the definition of digital signals, the modulated signal is digital signal. Here the modulated signal will be digital signal. Okay. The modulation is a form of digital to analog conversion. Okay. The digital modulation provides more information capacity, high data security, quicker system availability with greater quality communication. The main use of this digital modulation is that the more information capacity can be obtained and high data security and quicker system ability with high quality communication. The noise effect is decreased or least in case of digital modulation scheme compared to that of analog modulation. The digital modulation technique have a greater demand for their capacity to convey larger amounts of data than analog ones. There are many types of digital modulation techniques, and we can even use a combination of these techniques as well. Basically, there are three types of digital modulation technique. They are amplitude shift keying or ASK, frequency shift keying or FSK, phase shift keying or PSK. Okay. Let's see amplitude shift keying. Here, the amplitude of the resultant output depends upon the input data, whether it should be zero level or variation of positive and negative depending upon the carrier frequency. That is, the output amplitude depends upon the input data, whether it is zero level or variation of positive or negative. That is, an amplitude shift keying is a type of amplitude modulation which represents the binary data in the form of variations in the amplitude of signal. Okay. The signal's amplitude is in the form of binary data variation. That is, if it is 1, the next will be 0 or 1 simultaneously. Okay. Any modulated signal has a high frequency carrier. That is, the output is modulated signal. Okay. It contains high frequency carrier signal. The binary signal when ASK is modulated gives a 0 values for low input and gives the carrier output for high input. That is, when ASK is modulated, the output of the modulation is amplitude shift keying. That means it gives 0 value for low input signals and carrier output for high input signals. You can see in the diagram and you will be able to understand clearly. Okay, next we can see the diagram. Here you can see that the carrier signal I have told in last classes from the first itself, what is that? It is a high frequency signal, that is carrier signal. So the carrier signals behavior or characteristics is changed with respect to message signal. That is the main definition of modulation process. Okay, here I have told that when the input is low, that is it gives 0 value, and if the input is high, it gives the carrier signal. You can see the diagram here. When the input is 0 volt, there is 0 value in the output, that is ASK modulated output wave. When the input is 1, then it gives the carrier signal input. Okay, then you can see next one. When 0, there is no output, 0. Then for a small 1, it gives the carrier signal, and so on. Okay, from this we can summarize that an ASK or amplitude shift keying is nothing but it gives a modulated output when the input signal is 0 or low value, then the output will give 0 value, and when input is high value, that is 1 value, then the output gives the carrier sequence. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Next is the frequency shift keying or FSK. What will be the frequency shift keying? Compare between the amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. It is in the same way the amplitude shift keying and frequency shift keying. The difference is nothing but it's an analog signal, and this is the digital modulation scheme. Okay. So we can see the frequency shift keying. Here the frequency of the output signal will be either high or low depending upon the input data applied. In the case of amplitude shift keying, we have seen the amplitude of the analog signal will be either high or low depending upon the input data applied. Here in the frequency shift keying, the frequency of the output signal will be either high or low depending upon the input data applied. That is, it is the digital modulation technique in which the frequency of the carrier signal varies accordingly to the discrete digital changes. Okay. We can see the output. The output of the FSK modulated wave is high in frequency for a binary high input and low in frequency for binary low input. Earlier in the ASK, what happens if the input is low or 0, then there will not be any output. When input is high, it gives a carrier signal. Okay. Here in the case of FSK, when the input is low, then it gives the low value of the carrier signal, low frequency. And what if the input is high, it gives a high value of frequency. The binary ones and zeros are called mark and space frequency. That is, if the value is 1, then it gives mark frequency signals, or if the binary is 0, it gives a space frequency signal. Okay, we can see with the help of the diagram. You can see the first one is input signal or the message signal in form of discrete signals. Okay, which consists of binary digit, that is 1 and 0. And you can see from the figure, if the value is high or equal to 1 volt, you can see the high value of frequency, that is space frequency. And when the value of the input is low, that is 0 volt, it gives the low value of frequency, which is mark frequency. Okay, you can see the diagram. You can understand easily with the help of diagram. So you have to explain with the help of diagram. Okay. Next we can see the phase shift key. This is also you have studied in the analog modulation scheme, that is phase modulation, where the phase of the waveform or the signal is changed. Okay. In phase shift keying, the phase of the output signal gets shifted depending upon the input. Okay. All is changed. That what the characteristics of the signal, that is carrier signal, is changed with accordance to the input. Okay. Here it is phase is changing. There are mainly two types of phase shift keying, that is BPSK and QPSK, accordingly to the number of phase shift. Okay. The other one is DPSK, which change the phase according to the previous value. So totally there are three types of PSK, that is BPSK, QPSK and DPSK. The phase shift keying is a digital modulation technique in which the phase of the carrier signal is changed by varying the sine and cos input of a particular time. Okay. The PSK are of two types, I have told in earlier, which depends upon the phase of the signal get shifted. How the phase of the signal is shifted, and it is classified into two types, that is binary phase shift keying and quadrature phase shift keying, that is QPSK. Let's see binary phase shift keying. This is also called two-phase PSK. Binary means what? Two digits, either 1 and 0. Hence the name came binary. Okay. Hence this BPSK is also called as two-phase PSK. That is, in this technique, the sine wave carrier takes two-phase reversal such as 0 degree and 180 degree. So two phases are changing, that is 0 degree to 180 degree. So it changes or it takes two-phase reversals. Hence it is called as two-phase PSK or phase reversal keying. Okay. Then the PPSK is basically a DSB-SC modulation scheme for message being the digital information. DSB-SC I have told earlier classes, that is double sideband suppressed carrier when dealing with the topic analog modulation. Okay. This is a diagram of the BPSK modulated output wave. When the input is changing from high to low, that is from 1 value to 0 value, then you can see a phase shift at the output. See the phase shift at the output. Okay. And when it is moving, that is input is moving from 0 value to 1 value, you can see another phase shift, that is from 0 to 180 degree phase shift is present. Okay. When again changing from 1 value to 0 value, there you can see a phase shift. And again when 0 value to 1 value, you can see the phase shift. It's not continuous in nature. There is a phase shift in the output signal. Okay. So two times it is phase changing, hence it is called as binary phase shift key. Okay. The next one is the quadrature phase shift keying. Quadrature in the sense the name gives 4. Quad means 4. Then what will be the quadrature phase shift keying when compared with the binary phase shift keying? Binary means 2. So 2 phase shift. Here it is quad 4. 4 phase shift is present. In this the phase shift keying, in which the sine wave carrier takes 4 phase reversal, that is 0, 90 degree, 180 degree and 270 degree. And this 4 phase shift is present at the output. Hence the name came quadrature phase shift keying. The QPSK is a variation of BPSK and it is also a DSB SC. Okay. Which send 2 bits of digital information at a time called bigits. At a time that sending of 2 bits of digital information is called as term bigits. Okay. This is a diagram. You can see the modulated result here. That is 4 phase shift is present here. That is from, if the value is 0, 0, you can see the change. First 0 degree phase shift is present, and for the value 1, 0, you can see 90 degree phase shift. The value is not continuous, that is not 0 to 180 degree phase shift. It is 0 to 90 degree phase shift. You can see the third wave starts from 90 degree. Okay. Then for 0, 1 values to next value, it is 180 degree phase shift. So you can see the phase, correct phase, 90, 180. Then for the value 1, 1, you can see 270 degree phase shift. That is minus 90 degree is equal to 270 degree phase shift. Okay. This is the quadrature phase shift keying. And I have told that differential phase shift keying is also a type of phase shift keying. It depends on previous signal elements. In DPSK, the phase of the modulated signal is shifted relative to the previous signal element. If the data bit is low, that is 0, then the phase of the signal is not reversed, but it is continued as it was. Okay, if the data bit or the input is low, then the phase of the signal is not reversed, but it is continuous as it is. But when the data is high, then the phase of the signal is reversed. Okay. You can see the diagram here. From the diagram you will be clear. That is, I have told when the input is 0 or low value, the output will be the input as it is. There is no phase shift occurs, and when the input is 0, the phase is shifted. Okay, phase is shifted. You can see the diagram here. When 0 comes, there is no phase shift and the input is as it is going, and 0. Then when 0 to 1, you can see the phase shift, and when 1 to 1 also, you can see another phase shift. And next, when 0 it comes, the input is as it is, and when 0 to 1, when 1 occurs, the phase is shifted. That is the differential phase shift key. That is, when input is 0, the phase doesn't change and input is as it is. And when the input is high, the phase get changed. Okay. We can see the comparison of ASK, FSK and PSK. First column is the ASK. Here the amplitude is varied, frequency and phase remains constant. It is similar in the case of amplitude modulation, where amplitude of the carrier is changing while the frequency and phase remains constant. It doesn't change. Okay. While in frequency shift keying, the frequency content is varied while amplitude and phase is constant. The what term is changing, that term will be in the name. That is, frequency shift keying means frequency is changing amplitude and phase remains constant. In PSK, the phase is varied while the amplitude and frequency remains constant. Okay, the second one in the ASK is speed limited by physical characteristics of transmission medium. Okay, speed is limited. In FSK, the limiting factors are physical capabilities. And in PSK, there is no such limitations. In ASK, it is highly susceptible to the noise interference. Okay, it is affected by noise highly. While FSK, it is less affected by noise interference. In PSK also, the noise interference is occurred. Okay. ASK, it is used up to 1200 bps on voice grade lines and over optical fibers, while in FSK used up to 1200 bps on voice grade lines and radio transmission and LAN on coaxial cable. In PSK, it is used in high speed transmission. Fifth one, ASK, we use bandwidth, which is equation, that is bandwidth is equal to 1 plus D into N baud. Baud is the baud rate. And fifth of FSK is B is equal to F1 minus F0 plus N baud. And PSK, B is equal to 1 plus D into N baud. These are the comparison of ASK, FSK and PSK.